Hey guys, what's up? So, not too long ago, a couple of weeks ago, I did a review. Basically, this is a video of a lot of things. I'm going to talk about the WWE. I'm going to talk about the WWE 2K14 game and things like that. And basically things. First of all, rest in peace to Viscera, Big Daddy V, King Mabel, whatever you want to call him, stand-up guy. It's really saddening that he died. So rest in peace, big man. Thanks for all you did. Yeah, we've had a lot of good ones die recently. Mae Young died not too long ago. As well, we've had a few WWE legends or ex-superstars die this year and last year, so it's really saddening. But basically, a few weeks ago I did a video about my likes and dislikes of WWE. First of all, I'm going to talk about the WWE Network. A few years ago, they said the WWE Network is coming, and it's coming on this date, and they had a date and they had a month, and it was that year. No, I think it was supposed to air the day after WrestleMania. I think it was after WrestleMania 28. It was supposed to debut, or after WrestleMania 29. I can't remember, but I think it was 28. And it was like, the day after WrestleMania kickstarts this network, and I think that was when it was, or somewhere similar to that. It was a time thing, and it never got off the ground. TV networks didn't want to pick it up because obviously it'd have to dedicate a whole channel. You know, who's gonna, they're gonna have to create their own channel, which is gonna cost so much money. Who's willing to give them that slot? It's a big risk, to have a 24/7 channel like that. And you can understand why people said it could be a flop. It could be a complete flop, and especially if this was 10 years ago, or 15 years ago, when the internet was not as widespread as it was when I was little. Not everyone had a PC, and if they did, I can't even remember it having videos and things like that. It was really simple shit. I can't remember it having videos online and things like that. So I think if it was 15 years ago, more people would sign up to it. But then again, they wouldn't have had, a lot has happened in the last 15 years of wrestling. It's gone for a massive transition. So maybe people wouldn't have been on board with it as much as they would be now, because, they haven't had because they wouldn't have had the Attitude Era and the PG era to go back and want to watch. They just have, the 80s and 90s, which, they pretty much had seen through once anyway. But obviously we've had, since then, because of the 2000s, we've had all different kinds of matches invented, match types. We've had like Punjabi prisons and things like that. So it's understandable that they choose now to do it. At first, it was supposed to be a TV channel. I could understand why it didn't work. I was really disappointed. I was one of the people that was disappointed when it wasn't, when it didn't come to fruition. First of all, I was happy when they said Raw was going to 3 hours, and I thought for a while, is it going to 3 hours for one night, or is it going permanently? And when I heard it was permanent, I thought, yay, an extra hour of wrestling, which it didn't turn It turned out to be another hour of filler, and there's just more. There's like 40 minutes of fucking adverts. You know this, because if you go and watch it online, the episode is usually 2 hours and like 20 minutes long, so it's like 40 minutes of adverts, and that's not including all the little promos and shit they cut, so I was happy when they had a 3 hour, because I do, for the most part, I am a wrestling fan, and just because the product isn't always exactly what I want it to be, because it's not aimed at me, obviously, but I feel like, fine, I'm still a wrestling fan, so I enjoy it either way. I'm enjoying when it's longer. If they say there's a pay-per-view coming up, I'm going to be excited because it's a pay-per-view, when I know it's not going to be good anyway. But, okay, so that's one point. So, when the network was announced, I was like, yay, great, we're going to have the network. And then they was like, well, England aren't getting it right away. So I was like, oh, shit. But they announced it was going to happen this day, and then, like, on TV, they kind of just went quiet about it. They was kind of like, they got closer and closer to the launch date, and then they just kind of went past it and pretend like they never said shit, you know what I mean? It's kind of like if you say, I'm going to knock someone, I'm going to knock him out, and the day comes when you're supposed to knock him out, and you kind of just like, don't even acknowledge him, you don't even acknowledge there was a network. Just stop putting promos up for shit. So they tried to give it a launch date when it hadn't been picked up yet, which made no sense. So now apparently it's supposed to be like a web service, kind of like probably like WWE.com or Hulu or Netflix, where you pay so much a month and you've just got access to all this content. It's probably like that, where you just pick what you want to watch. It'd be cool if they had like every episode of Raw And SmackDown in the past 15 years, that'd be nice, or the past 30 years, and that'd be good so young viewers could sit there, and it might knock some sense into the younger people and go, wow, this was really good. Oh, the next week was really good. The next week was really good. Compared to Monday Night Raw last week, this shit was amazing. So it might make kids click on and go, wow, wrestling used to be good, because when I watched it, it was good. You know, I'm a technical fan, so I used to love like Benoit and Guerrero and Kurt Angle. I used to love all the technical stuff. So, you know, for me, that was what wrestling was. It was great. It was technical, but at the same time, we could have entertainment in it. Today, it's just the same stale. You know, it's usually like, oh, John Cena's feuding with someone. I'm here. I arrive here every day earlier than everyone else. I leave later than everyone else. Blah blah blah. This person, I want to be the face. Blah blah blah. It's the same shit all the time. It's pretty much that. It's usually revolving around the same people. It's never interchanging parts. You know, it used to be like, okay, this person gets beaten. The next person comes up. They set up a rivalry that goes over, spans 3 months. Then that's over. They may have a rematch, but it's decent. Then they may have a rubber, decent. On to the next person. Now it's just like, okay, they're out. So the next interchangeable person, here comes Orton. Take him out. Put Cena back in. He's gone. Put Alberto back in. Bang, he's gone. Cena back in. That's how it feels it's going. They don't feel like they're trying to interchange anyone, really. If you look at the past championships in the last 3 years, look at the variety of champions they've had, really. Look at the title reigns, how they lost the title, and the variety. So the network I'm looking forward to, although we're not going to get it here anytime soon, I don't think. Web service, that's fine, you know, but really, any match that they can give you, you can probably find online anywhere, somewhere. You know, so, you know, it's here or there, but the fact you get you get all pay-per-views for free, that's well and good, that's fine. Because I think a lot of the time, the pay-per-views should be free, because the way they have been for the last year, they haven't been worth the money. Because they've just been so bullshit. We've had false finishes, we've had crap title matches, we've had, you know, crap filler. We've had it where the countdown show match is better than one of the fucking, you know, matches on the main card. So, you know, they should be free. WrestleMania's been tosh, really. You know, they'll just bring out an old legend and think that means instant bucks. You know what I mean? You don't want to see a legend. You don't always just want to see a legend. You want to see someone current and relevant. You know, a reason for a feud, not just, oh, he's famous, people are going to go to WrestleMania to watch him. It's not about that. It's about quality of matches, not the caliber of the star in them. You know. So, you know, that's one thing. So I'm looking forward to the network somewhat. Whether or not I'm going to subscribe to it, I'm not sure. I'll have to look at the content and then see where we're going. I've got a feeling it ain't just going to be $9.99 a month. I think it'll be for the first 6 months it may be, but then it'll bump up and it'll be $13.99. You know, kind of thing, or there'll be like a fee to stop it or something like that. You know, so yeah, this is part 1 of the video. Do a little bit more of it separately because obviously it's 8 minutes and my memory's gonna go. So that's just my thoughts on the WWE Network. I'm going to talk about the WWE itself in a moment, so I'll see you soon.